It's week 3 of the 2024 season, and we'll see the Buccaneers' rookie quarterback. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Buccaneers.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man from the University of Michigan.
And we're talking about a young man who's been the talk of the NFL here in September. Came in and looked right at home. His team's 2-0. He's playing well. What's the big thing for him now, though? Not to become complacent. And I think the coaching staff has been working on exactly that.
19, Tiger, 19. Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's off to a hot start, completing his lone throw for the long touchdown pass on that last drive. And they'll try again here with a first down.
Ready up.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Well, I don't want to be a jinx partner and put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at an all-time day on the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the first quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Bucs have... Buccaneers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Forced out to his left. He's got his man. It's White. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. The Bucs at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on
display in that victory.
And he's got this down to the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And shoves him off at the 20. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. They're going to look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. That's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to him.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll go with a keeper. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Let's go.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first. Remember, he took it in from a yard out the last time they had it, and look to put together a similar drive here as they start 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right, pushing through the contact. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Warren will try the right side. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw here. Able to shake him off. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Airing this one out for Evans. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still... He threw his 10th touchdown on the year last time they had it, and he'll look to keep it going here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. On play action, they'll throw. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. They'll set up to throw. Look at the spin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On the give, it's Warren. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Looking to throw. To Evans on the slant. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. A handoff for Warren. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Warren again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Warren is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Able to get away. Dancing to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And a nice spin into some open field. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Buccaneers are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it's certainly
welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It's the grand finale of the 2024 season on the big stage here in New Orleans. Super Bowl 59 underway. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead. And they'll move it up to the 40, and they'll accept that penalty. On play action, Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now Lawrence. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Jaguars need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Mahomes now to throw. Nowhere to go. It's the grand finale of the 2024 season on the big stage here in New Orleans. Super Bowl 59 underway. And they'll start by trying to reverse. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now he's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Lawrence looking to pass on the first play. Escaping the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game, and it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was that we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. That'll give them 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So here comes the Titans offense. They'll start with great field position. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his second NFL season, already getting his chance. We harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his second year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
Levis to throw it. He finds his man, Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Levis. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Spears. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Levis sets up to throw here. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Calvin Ridley from 8 yards out. And the Titans are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. Lawrence will throw. Flushed out right. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's fourth.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them into field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a first down?
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on fourth down here.
They'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Lawrence.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Gabriel Davis.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here.
And this play is not going to work. He stopped short of the goal line, and this will remain a 7-6 ball game. So why go for that there? First half, you could have tied the game at 7. Why try to get the lead?
Feels like an analytics call, doesn't it? That's starting to really get into the game where they're studying where you can make extra points and the whole deal and, get an advantage. But I don't know that we have enough data yet to really say this is the right play or the wrong play. Maybe in 2 or 3 more NFL seasons.
Could change.
Exactly. 2 or 3 more NFL seasons, they will have a much better study and much better case of what we're going to do.
We are just getting started here at Super Bowl 59. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2.
Hopkins, the man in motion right.
Here's Levis.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Levis back to throw. A short throw taken in by Conquer.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Levis now off of play action. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Levis looking to throw. That is caught. And he will have a Titans first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Levis.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Pollard, he'll take it up the gut.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Back to throw, it's Levis.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. They can't tackle him.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's
defensive play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Now again, it's Levis looking to throw it.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted.
It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
They'll have good field position at midfield following the turnover as they start with the first down here. From midfield now, Lawrence. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Davis, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for two here.
They'll try and throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for two. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed two-point try here to get them to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And running with power here.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one caught by Ridley. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to throw here.
Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. And Levis going back to the air.
And he's got it. Touchdown. Tony Pollard. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the the Titans are an extra point away from drawing level.
Folk connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a Tennessee score. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Now they'll go with a reverse. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And he is going to have a Jags first down, and it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long. Here's Lawrence to throw. Dancing away at the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence.
And that is caught. It's Davis. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Gabriel Davis
with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
And the Jaguars will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Levis to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
On 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Lawrence.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So it's halftime here on Sports' grandest stage.
One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Touchdown, Titans! Call that an 84-yard kick return. And the Titans are an extra point away from taking the lead in this Super Bowl. The people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Jaguars offense and Trevor Lawrence gets...
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Thomas brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. He's got it to the 43 here.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Lawrence.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Kenneth Murray
able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
ETN up the middle.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and that'll keep this a 1-point game. So make it 2 missed field goals for him now, but I have the sense, given that distance, you could probably forgive him here on this one.
Yeah, this is out of the range of just about anybody on planet Earth except probably you, partner. But you just got to drive it out low and hope that somehow you hit it absolutely perfect. But no real chance for this one to go through.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
And now a fake there on the jet sweep as they'll give to Pollard.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
But they go play action. Here's Levis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Gabe Davis and the offense getting the football back here.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
If there's one thing they are lacking in, it's confidence. They took a big and maybe unnecessary risk going for that 4th down. He put them on his shoulders, though, and paid off the big-time gamble.
Straight ahead, ETN. Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Lawrence will throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Jaguars 1st down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a 1st down, but a big play as well.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. In motion right here, Washington.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Out to his left. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars have regained the lead in the 2nd half of this Super Bowl.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
So that's the end of 3 here in Super Bowl 59 from Caesars Superdome, the 4th and final quarter. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. Now Levis.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 25 yards that time.
Pollard will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front. 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. A short throw to Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Steps away to his left. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 to first. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost.
And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
Then here the defense wins. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 9. Working from the gun, here's Levis.
To the sideline, wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Levis.
Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What doesn't really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Dances by him. Fights off the defender. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
On play action, Lawrence.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
A handoff for Etienne.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
A short throw to Ingram. And they'll have it in the run zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
ETN will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So he had a nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead, and the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line. And that flag accepted. This is 1st and 10. Levis, he'll look to throw it.
He finds Hopkins complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Levis to throw.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he will have a Jaguars first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory. Here's ETN. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll run with ETN.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Here's Levis.
The 20. Powering his way forward. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. And this is going to be just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Here's a give to Etienne. Gets past one man. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll go again with Etienne.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And the Jaguars have done it. Jacksonville, the Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
Commissioner Goodell going to make the presentation as he hands that Lombardi trophy to the Jacksonville Jaguars, champions of Super Bowl 59. So that will conclude our coverage this year on EA Sports. I want to thank my partner, Charles Davis, for another incredible season together in the booth. Till the fall, folks, Brandon Gaudin saying good night from New Orleans.
EA.
It's the grand finale of the 2024 season on the big stage here in New Orleans. Super Bowl 59 underway. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And bulldozing his way through. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Once again, it's Jacobs. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Love from the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Christian Watson from 17 yards out. And the Packers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And he spoke very eloquently and passionately on media day about what a victory here would mean for him. He knows this just isn't any other game. This is the kind of game that stays with you for a lifetime. If there's anyone on this field tonight who's most ready for this moment, I think it's this man right here.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Taking it about the 16. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
And he's taken down, trying to
too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Jackson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4. They could still get a 1st down without scoring.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Nelson Aguilar from 4 yards out.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Packers offense set to go.
They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Love, they go play action now.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he's brought down. Love. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 1.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They will run the draw with Jacobs. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
To throw now. Here's Love.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he says as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we...
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Running from the gun with Henry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
We are just getting started here at Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. 1 quarter in the... And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the 2nd quarter.
Jackson on 3rd and long from his end zone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a give to Jacobs running right. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. In motion goes the tight end. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Play action this time with Love. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Love now. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Here's Love. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. Narvis's kick is good, and they stake claim to the lead here. It's 10-8. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't hurt too well.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 33.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10.
At the 45.
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Working out of the gun, Love. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Second and 10. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. The quick feet by Jackson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They'll drop to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 64 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion. The first time they failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
Love looking to throw it. Slant route, he's got Dobbs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Love. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Kyle Hamilton running up from his safety spot and earning the sack. And they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long. Throwing. Love. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 75 yards. And the Ravens continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Throw left side is complete to Reed. Still going inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. 62 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Play fake. Here's Love. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to throw. Love. And it's caught. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Narvis's kick is good, and that lead is back down to 9 now. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense?
So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
And he'll get this up over the 25 and the 26. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Jackson from the shotgun. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Quay Walker came through to make the sack. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And quickly out wide, this is Watson. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw. Love. Completed out left to Dobbs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Love. He finds his man. Complete. That's Reed. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Looking to throw again on second down. Love. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense back out there. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-on.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Here is third and quite a ways. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Love from the gun. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Down to about the 37.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep, and he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
That one into the hands of Flowers. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Love going to break the huddle and lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got some space here. Oh, some strong running. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick six here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
And there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. Love. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw now. Here's Love. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Adafe Owe, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Eric Wilson. And the Packers are right back in this football game. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. Now inside the 25.
Touchdown, Packers!
Romeo Dobbs, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Now Narveson for the PAT.
And the lead is down to a field goal now. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry.
And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And his throw here is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Jackson to throw. Open man, that's Henry. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. Throwing now is Jackson.
Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. That is caught. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Here's Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They'll buy some time right.
He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl.
From the gun, Jackson.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. Tucker's kick is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. Here's 1st and 10. Now Love. That's going to be caught downfield by Reed. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed, 69 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away from taking the lead in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 1. A little over a minute to go. A field goal wins the Super Bowl, but work to do here on 1st and 10. Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Jackson. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Connecting with Andrews. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
A 1st down carry for Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. That might just have been the most pressure-filled kick in Super Bowl history, but he stepped up, knocked it through just like it was a Tuesday practice in July.
And if it's not the most pressure-filled, it's certainly right among them. A title on the line, and he comes through. Nails.
And it's all over. Just one is left standing, and that one is the Baltimore Ravens, your Super Bowl champions. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to
Ball.